Hey guys, so today I'm bringing my ultimate Solitude overhaul, and what I had in mind for this was making Solitude an economic powerhouse in Skyrim, just because they seem like the most advanced city and they have the Empire on their side, so it only really made sense to me. The first shop that I've added is located between the Radiant Raiment and Bits and Pieces, and it's a Hearthfire bakery called Cake O'Clock. The bakery itself is pretty small and decorated with a lot of Hearthfire related food clutter. It's run by an orc who has a bed behind him in the counter back there, so he can live there for immersion purposes. He's got a cooking pot, some recipes, an oven. That's about it for in here. Now, right across the street between the Winking Skeever and Angeline's Aromatics, we have a liquor store called the Honey Spirit. This store itself is also very small, containing a lot of alcohol-related statics and clutter, including the ones you'll find in Dragonborn on Solstein.
Yes.
It's run by a dark elf who has a bed and can live here for immersion purposes. Gives him a shop to run and a place to live, so he stays in here 24/7. Then if we just come right over this way, we can see the Furrier added by Inconsequential NPCs. He'll make his way around from here to the marketplace and sometimes up to his stand right outside the Fletcher. Just another great little immersive merchant added to the game. Then over here we have the redesign of the blacksmithing stations that's done by JK Skyrim. It's much more immersive, adding a lot of Imperial armor, which makes sense because Solitude would most likely be forging all of their armor for the Civil War. If you continue down this ramp and turn left, you can head over to the Solitude Marketplace, which has been greatly redesigned by JK Skyrim, which adds a lot of great clutter and statics to the area. Even though you still only have the three main stands, you can give the illusion of a much more lively marketplace by installing interesting NPCs and inconsequential NPCs. JK Skyrim also adds a few nice empty stands down here to make the market feel bigger. The next mod I've added is Books of Skyrim, which adds a bookstore to Solitude that's compatible with JK Skyrim if you're not afraid to move a few bushes with Jackson's positioning. Like all the other shops in the Overhaul, the bookstore itself is extremely lore-friendly, providing not only a store for the shopkeeper to run, but also a place for them to stay and live. This adds to the overall immersion and makes Solitude feel like a much bigger city than it really is. Overall, this is a great mod with a well-designed store, and I'd recommend it highly to anybody who uses bookshelves. For the next part of the overhaul, we're going to have to head down towards the Blue Palace, so I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, run through JK Skyrim, and then over here on the left we have the Golden Crossroads, which is a bank added to go hand in hand with Coins of Tamriel. Once you're in the actual bank, you can see a lot of gold ingots and septums, as well as an exchange board to let you know what's worth what. There's a bank teller, as well as her husband and son, who live here and protect the bank. Between these two and the two new Solitude guards added outside, that's about 3.5 new NPCs to protect this currency exchange. But that doesn't change the fact that there's a little added challenge for thieves downstairs in a locked room. If you can manage to get inside, there's plenty of loot for your character. Overall, I think this is a great mod, and it's definitely a must-have for anybody with Coins of Tamriel. The next mod on the list is more immersion-based, but it does add a merchant, so that's why I'm going to include it in the economy overhaul, and that is the Solitude Public Bathhouse. Once you go in, it's a very clean, obviously, very nice building. Doesn't matter if you go to your left or your right. Either way, you're going to be taken through a small little changing room. If you keep going down the hallway, it opens up into the bathhouse itself, where you can see little poolside NPCs, little kind of bar, food area over there, hot tub right here. If you come to this side of the pool, there's another hot tub over here. There's also the steam room or sauna, where you can lay down, sweat, I guess. And just for immersion, if you continue down this little hallway, you get to the actual Steamworks kind of operating room, I guess. Forget I just turned everything on. No, but yeah, that room's just for immersion. And overall, this is a pretty good mod just to make Solitude feel like a much bigger, more comprehensive city. Also reflects the Roman aspects of the Empire, and I really like that. So yeah, this is just the other hallway with the other changing room. Like I said, symmetrical, no difference. But yeah, that covers that. Now we're going to be moving on to the final part of the showcase, and for that we're going to have to leave Solitude proper through this little pathway right here and go down to the Solitude Waterfront District. These are the Solitude docks, and guess I'll just run over here and then we can just cover it from one side to the other. The first building you have over here is the Solitude Pumps. This is just an immersive little structure which adds plumbing, workers, and a little place for them to sleep, and really just tells you, I guess, how Solitude functions just as one of the biggest cities in Skyrim. And just like the pumps, this multi-level dock right here, strictly for immersion, have some East Empire Company crates, loose storage, pretty badass looking Breton right there. There's also this tower right here, just some more storage with barrels, nothing special to see. And you can come up here. Actually, this is the mine entrance to Solitude proper. On the other side of the street we have the Harbor Master's house, which comes complete with a little outdoor table set. The next thing you'll notice is that the Docks District actually has its own temple, which comes equipped with this big statue to, I believe, Mara outside, who this Khajiit's praying to. And then inside there's actually a shrine of Akatosh. It's basically just a little temple for the people down here on the waterfront. And the Solitude Docks District kind of reminds me of Riften. It's kind of like the slums of Solitude, or kind of like the waterfront district from Oblivion, you could say. Right here, to basically prove my point right after I said it, across the street is a little tower with just a couple bedrolls for the homeless in the top. Then we can continue down into what is actually the docks part of the dock district. The first thing we're going to see over here is just a little boat maker for immersion. Right here we've just got more of the housing for the people of the Docks District. Obviously very small little shack type buildings. Down here you can see some of the effects of the Civil War. We've got some Imperial coffins, bone meal in them, which is again just another little immersive detail. Add to the backstory of the game. Guys working on boats, little shacks, sailors. This tower right here actually gives a great view of what you get with this mod. Shows you all the buildings you're going to download. So then we can just zip right back over to here. If you keep going up here, you can see the nether lower docks with storage, and on the upper docks you have a little living area. Two more of the oceanside shacks. These ones have
I've been
beds
hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Besides immersion, really nothing great over there. A couple of crafting stations. Then you can come over here to what is the little market, I guess.
Yes?
The Broken Anchor Trader, kind of where all the sails in the dock district go down. It's run by Al Yusuf, who is a white Redguard, I guess.
What do you mean?
Just a Nord wearing Redguard armor, he lives in this little tower part of the building. And
yes?
Not really much lore on him, but I wish he had more of a backstory. Besides that, you have, this is Captain Filk's house, or Philickes, or something, I don't know. And there's Gunther residence right here, and then you have Carthagena, which is also just a house. And on the other side of the street, you have the Shipyards Inn, which actually doesn't have any beds available, so I guess it's more of a shipyard's tavern.
Oh,
but
did you need something?
the sign says inn, so I wasn't about to rename it.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Buy some food here, so
Alright,
it is another merchant added to the game, which is part of the economic overhaul. Like I said, my aim for this was just to make Solitude somewhere I could sell all my wares.
Need something?
And I think it worked out pretty well. The last building is on the other side of the bridge right here, and it is kind of like an Imperial little ammo station, I guess. It's run by a guy named Imperial Quartermaster, and what it reminds me of is Gunrunners from Fallout New Vegas, because he sells all this armor, all these weapons and stuff, and it's just a locked little area. So yeah, they're just chilling in there. That's it for Solitude, and you can check the Rift and Overhaul on my channel, but just comment if you want any more. Yeah.